Hi everyone, welcome to our channel and welcome to my garden. Seeing as last week's topic was nature, I thought it good to do the intro for this video in my garden surrounded by nature. So yeah, let's breathe, enjoy nature, enjoy the wind and the sounds. Yeah, there's some artificial sounds out there as well, but focus on the good stuff. So here we go. Today's video is I'm interviewing Reda. She's a BSR practitioner and she's telling us all about BSR. So watch the video all the way through, get some knowledge, see what it's about and see if maybe it can help you. At the end, I will give you my experience and why I like it so much and why I recommend it. Enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. Hi everyone. Welcome to our channel called Snug. Thank you so much for watching and I really hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today I am interviewing Reda Jacobs. She's a BSR practitioner and she's here to tell us all about it. Welcome and thank you, Reda.
Thank you for the opportunity, Ilse. Yes, body stress release or BSR is in some instances a bit unknown, especially in the far northern parts of the country where I practice. It's more popular in the Western Cape and in Gauteng area where there are more practitioners. Now, body stress release started about 35 years ago in South Africa. It's a South African developed fresh product from South Africa.
Awesome.
Yes, it's actually quite an amazing practice because it attends to the stresses in your body which can do harm to your body, which can cause chronic problems, and also to help alleviate pain and suffering from the body. Now, body stress release was developed by Ewald and Gail Megasier, two people who wanted to find a natural way to help Ewald when he was very sick and he could hardly move. And then they started off as chiropractors. They studied in America, and then on their journey that side in America, they came upon a different way to practice chiropractic work, which was more gentle and a more subtle approach to healing. And then when they came back to South Africa, in Cape Town those days, they were not allowed to practice as chiropractors because they diverted from the normal training. So they had to think on their feet and do something else because people were very interested in what they were doing and they had very good results for this practice that they started. So they named it something different and they start their own training. There's a school in Wilderness in the Cape now where they train about 25 people every year. There's also a school in the UK, a body stress release school that originates from South Africa, and it's run there. So they also train almost the same amount of people every year. And the Dutch are very fond of our practice. They come from Holland and they come and do it. Our class, like in 2019 when I did was full of Dutch people. And it was lovely to have people from everywhere. And we even had a Canadian and someone from Mozambique. So it was a very interesting training. Yes, that's where it comes from. So
why would you recommend BSR to someone? What situation?
You know, it's because body stress release is, as it says, it attends to the stresses in your body. Stresses in the body can be physical, like you've injured yourself, you had an accident, or you've fallen, or even after surgery, it's physical. So it can be physical, it can be emotional, which is more on the mental side, and it also can be chemical. We sometimes forget about the chemical stresses that builds up in our body, things that the body doesn't like, and it sits in the body. Now, body stress release is a body practice, so it helps the body to release tension in areas such as the spinal column. We work. Our focus is mainly on the spinal column because all the nerves come out of the spinal column. So if you release the muscle tension in the spinal column, it releases mostly tension of like lower back pain, which is a very common problem that people have. Upper the spine, the mid back, and also the neck and the shoulders of many times stressful areas.
Yeah.
So we do carry our stresses in our body. That's a known factor that we do carry it. It actually goes and sit in the body. And with a very gentle technique, body stress release, test for the tension patterns, and then we'll use a very unique way of releasing it by applying light pressure and an impulse that we give with our hands. We don't use instruments. We use our hands, and it's very nice for the person because you touch the body in areas that is painful, so it releases stress from there.
Okay.
So who would anybody can do body stress release. We do it on babies, we do it on pregnant women, we do body stress release for children, active adults, older people. So it's the whole spectrum of humankind can actually benefit because it's very gentle.
Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, so in other words, a really old lady will be able to come for body stress release.
Yes, and
it's very gentle. It's not going to
absolutely,
hurt.
yeah.
Older, they've got so much more anal.
And also the practitioner adjusts the touch to whoever is in front of her. If it's somebody that's really painful, you just work lighter on that person, and it's still effective. And we also have a unique bed which goes up and down. Electronic or manual bed. I don't use it in my practice here because it's a mobile bed, but in my practice at home, there's a bed that goes up and down, so it helps for people who really have pain, so that they don't have to climb onto the bed. Yes.
Okay, great. 3 mental health benefits from it?
Yes, for sure. Stresses go and sit in the body, so it relieves tension from your body, which and it also because it works on the nervous system. We touch on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the system that calms you down. So you will find that after a body stress release session, a person feels tired or they start yawning. Because we stimulate the vagus nerve, which is the rest and digest part of the nervous system. So in that way, it really benefits a lot. People do feel calmer. They can really have more awareness of their body. Body awareness is very important for mental health. People don't realize that, but the more you are aware of your body, the more you're out of your thinking mind and into the body, the more you become relaxed. And I also encourage breathing. Breathing is I do it alongside. I teach my clients also a little bit about breathing because that stimulates the vagus nerve to be functional.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know about the breathing. If you have injuries, can you still do BSRs, like a fractured back or anything like that? Injuries, major injuries.
Any major injury should first get medical attention. We work alongside with medical practice. We don't take over like as if we are medical practitioners. It's a complementary modality. So we would first advise somebody to go and seek medical advice which is you would usually go to the emergency room or something, just to get yourself checked out by a doctor. And once you're recovering, you can come to body stress release. Actually, after say you had a fall, or even a motor vehicle accident, there are no major things that you need to be in hospital. The sooner you come for body stress release, the better the results will be. So your body doesn't go into a fixed tension, because the muscles gets pulled when we have these falls and so on. So the sooner we can start working on the muscles, the better. People who had operations, after your doctor said it's fine, you can now start doing your normal life, or about 6 weeks after an operation and you've cleared by the doctor, you can come for body stress release. We work with people who had back ops, who had all sort of metal implants or whatever it's needed. We do work with them. We are just cautious of that area. That's why we do a good examination before the time and ask questions about what has this body been through, so that we can be cautious in certain areas and work even lighter on those areas. So yes, we can work with people who has injuries, the sooner the better.
Okay. And if it's an old injury but they're struggling with it, and that's fine too. Then
old injuries might take a bit longer. The body it will bring up that to the forefront. In body stress release, we really much rely on the body's innate healing ability. So the same way a body heals a sore on the arm that you were cut, the same way the body can heal deeper issues as well. And the facility, or the practitioner only facilitates actually and stimulates the body into healing itself, because that's what the body does. It does heal itself.
Allow it to do that.
Yeah, it knows how to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so why did you start doing BSR, and what else would you like everybody to know about BSR?
Okay, for me it was a little bit later in my life. I discovered body stress release. I read Gail Megasia's book. At that stage, I was working in, in government, in the mental health field, and it was a bit stressful for me. It was like not satisfactory for me. It's like I view illness in a different way. So when I read the book, I realized that is what I want to do, because it fits in with how I see the possibilities of how your body can heal. So then I resigned my job, and I went for a 5 months training in wilderness in the Cape, and I must say it's maybe one of the best 5 months in my life, because you learn so much in a short period, and it's a very interesting way of learning. It's experiential in a way. So every day you learn something new, and you just see the body in a different way. So it was very satisfactory for me to do this course.
Good.
Yeah.
Anything else we should know about it?
Yes. What can I say? Body stress release is gentle. I think I need to stress that. It's precise, because you test for tension in a specific direction, and then you release it. And people should know that when they come for a BSR session, they must know that we would at least do 3 sessions, because it's a process. It's not like you come for BSR and then all of a sudden everything is gone. It also depends on how long the body has been in that situation. Like for children, it can take maybe shorter, only 3 sessions might be enough. But for adults who have had chronic conditions, 3 sessions is just the beginning, and then we can, after 3 sessions, evaluate and see if the person should come again and when. So we just do a evaluation. Yes.
So I can remember when I went to see you the first time, I thought, what? Okay, let's try this. I'm not open for anything. And I was so scared of my back. It was like, don't touch my back. I think was it my shoulder?
Yeah,
I think it was my shoulder that brought me to you in the first place. And it was gentle. Look, it's going to be painful because if you touch my back, if you just gently touch my back, it's painful. But yeah, I could not believe that my pain wasn't in my back. It was, it was my shoulder. That's where it was manifesting. But everything was in the lower back.
Yeah.
Why would that happen? How does that?
Yes, the lower back, with chronic tension, the lower back is the one place where we sometimes don't know there is tension. The reason for that is that the body goes into a protective mode. So the muscles go into spasm automatically in the morning when you stand up. It goes in the evening. It relaxes, especially the muscles between the vertebra go relax for the first time in the day when you sleep, and in the morning when you get up you feel, oh, my back is stiff now. So, but that is when the protective mode, because you have a spinal cord that runs through there. So it's a vital organ. It's the most important vital organ in your body. So it protects it, and then it becomes a chronic state. Then you don't feel it. Once we start doing the releases, then all of a sudden you feel, oh my goodness, now I have a back as well, a lower back as well. So it becomes sore. And yes, and sometimes it's more sore after the first session, and then it becomes better. And by the time you come back, usually after 3 to 4 days in most instances, but like where we work far away from the place, then once a week is also fine. And then by the second session, the body releases a little bit more. The third session, even more. So slowly, the body starts adapting. The body adapts to the previous release, and then the tension slowly goes away. Yeah.
So the body is pretty clever. It will protect you.
Yeah.
Someone explained it to me like the body's going to do everything it can to keep you alive, even harm itself.
Yes.
By holding that pain in the lower back, but start spreading out elsewhere to just get on with the day. It'll start like my shoulder.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with my shoulder. It was coming from my back. So, but I think that's got more to do with the fascia and all that kind of stuff. But it is connected to the lower back more than it is about the shoulder.
Yeah.
Compensating and
Yes, so the body doesn't allow you to feel all the tension. There's a filter in the body, because if you would feel every little pain in your body, you won't be able to go through your day. So the body filters that. So it just brings you those chronic and most important ones to the forefront for you to look at, and we ignore it, and then it goes deeper and deeper. So we can actually get in a worse position if we don't give attention to it.
That's it, yeah. I think there's a lot of people that hold on to that pain for years and years and years and years, instead of getting something done with it.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much. That was interesting. It was educational, and I'm glad I got to chat with you. It helped. I know it helped me a lot. I know that you are my go-to person.
Yes, I won't forget you, Ilse. You had so much pain.
Not anymore. So
and I was so concerned about you, because you had so much pain afterwards as well. So
But
you responded well.
I think after the first one it let go a lot, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. It took a while. It did take time. But it's because I was holding on to it for so long. Like you say, I'd rather get it done sooner than later. So, but thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for your time and for coming to speak with us. We would love to speak to you again in the future. maybe we can do a video of what it is. Or,
Yes,
an
yes,
actual
you
session.
you
It would
are
be so
welcome to
nice.
do that. And it's amazing what you're doing, and thank you for creating awareness for people that they can start working on their issues.
That's it, yeah.
Thank
In
you.
today's day and age, I think everybody
Yeah.
needs to be just reminded there are options, there
Yes.
are different things. And yeah, but thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being
Pleasure.
here. And yeah, you guys, if you got any questions for Reda, please pop them into the comment section and keep an eye out for our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
There we go. That is BSR. So my little bit of information is that I had extreme shoulder pain, but really, really bad. And I went to see Reda for the first time. I was scared. I was not sure what she was going to do, but I've met her before and absolutely just fell in love with her. She's an amazing person. Anyway, so I went for my first ever BSR appointment, and I was very scared because I don't generally let anybody touch my back. I've got a fractured back, so the area is kind of sensitive and sore, and but I also am well aware that we store our stress in our lower back. So when she started working on me, I was, be careful, don't touch me too much, and very, I almost want to say apprehensive. And she guided me through it and pressed a little harder and went in a little deeper. And so, yeah, it was an experience. I was so tired afterwards. And about 3 days after that, it was quite sore. I was quite uncomfortable. But as the time went by, it's like, okay, hang on, my shoulder pain's gone. My back is starting to ease off a little bit. I can move more, I can do more. And I'm like, okay, this isn't bad for a first session. So I went back and the same thing again. It was so sore afterwards. But again, as time goes by, it releases and it becomes more movable, and the pain just went away. It is amazing. The session itself is, yes, there's a bit of pain involved, but it's so soothing, and it's incredible how much you can actually relax in just one session. So my experience basically was that my pain started in my shoulder and I was compensating and I was all tied up. I left it for very long. I left it for months on end before I went to get some help on it. And I never realized just how much pain my back was holding on to. So once that started releasing, I'm like, okay, the whole biking experience was suddenly better. It was a time when we just started with the motorbike riding as well. And I found it very, very difficult because just a trip up Magubas Cliff and back, and I would be in so much pain. And after seeing Reda, the pain was less and less and less. And now I can go up Magubas Cliff, no problem. Up and down, no problem. Longer trips still gets a bit eina, but we went to Louis Trichardt last weekend before, I can't remember. We went to Louis Trichardt, which is about 150 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 300 there and back. And it's only my feet that were quite uncomfortable, but that's because of the bike. Anyway, my back doesn't get sore. I was actually worried that my back was going to get sore, and it doesn't. So when I am in pain and I'm stressing a lot, I definitely make sure I go and see Reda. For me, that works so well for me. It works extremely well for me. This is why I love her to bits. She fixes me. So, but I don't leave it that long anymore. My first therapy with her was, I think it was about 5 or 6 times I had to go. She only comes to Tzaneen 2 days in the week, so I could go and then had to wait a week. So it also, again, it took longer because of the time in between. But also because I had left it so long, it took more sessions because I had left it so long. So she had to really get in there and unknot these things and sort it out. But it's an amazing experience. She's an amazing person. So again, I would find a BSR practitioner that you resonate with, that you enjoy the company of, that works for you. I think I jammed nicely with her, so she works for me. So yeah, there we go. That was my experience. Basically, what happens is you lie on your tummy, and then she touches you and goes into your spine and your back and your legs, and then touch your foot. It's weird. It's like, what is this woman doing? But it works. It works so well. So, and then of course, turn around, and then she does the neck. That was quite an experience for me, is the neck. Again, I didn't realize just how much tension was in my neck until she got a hold of my neck. And yeah, I loved the experience. So if you guys have got any questions about it, if you would like to try it, again, I'll put her details in the description for you. Contact her, go and try it once, give it a try. Again, I don't recommend just one thing. You go and you find what works for you. That's what's important. This is my journey of finding what works for me. I've got the motorbikes, I've got the tattoos, I've got BSR, I do a little bit of theory, I go for reflexology, depending on how I feel and what I feel I need. This is years of a long journey that I can basically say, okay, I am stressed because of that, and I've got it more in my feet, or I've got it more in my back, and I go to the person that I believe is going to help me the best. And this is what you guys are coming on the journey with us. We're doing books as well. I should have Vickers back again next week, so look out for that. And you guys look after each other, adore each other. We are precious beings. We are creatures that need love and attention, and we need so much more than just day to day making it through the day or just keeping our heads above water. We need to have a little bit of fun. We need to be happy. We need to feel a sense of purpose as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I wish for you happiness, a sense of purpose, a sense of relief, and enjoy life a little bit. You guys throw some comments into the comment section. Love to hear from you. And throw some questions, or if you have any kind of therapy that you're doing that we don't know of, please again put it in there. Like and subscribe as usual, and help us grow the channel. And of course, have a good day and love each other. See you guys in the next video. Bye.